Hello, guests and families. This commencement ceremony will begin in 20 minutes, and I have some important information to share with you before we start. Please note that due to health and safety protocols, our graduates will remain at their seats throughout the ceremony. Each student will stand when their name is called for their degree, then remain seated for the duration of the ceremony. Also, please note that because of safety regulations, no one may stand in any aisles or stairways. And lastly, out of respect for the ceremony, please silence all cellular phones and electronic devices and refrain from using other noise-related items that would distract from the ceremony. Again, thank you for being here with us today. We are thrilled to have so many people here to cheer for our Bobcats. The ceremony will begin shortly. Thank you. Please stand for the Ohio University Ceremonial Mace, which is carried by Faculty Senate Chair Dr. Robin Muhammad. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this Ohio University commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the procession of the platform party and for our national anthem.
Good afternoon. I'm going to try that again. Good afternoon. Welcome to Ohio University's spring commencement exercises. I am Janelle Coleman, and as chair of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I am privileged to convene this 2021 spring commencement ceremony and to welcome the graduates who are being honored today. I am so proud to welcome the family members and friends of our graduates, and I am very happy to see you here today in person. I am also thrilled that we have so many watching us online today. We have a lot to celebrate. We will begin with our national anthem, and you are invited to sing along. Thank you.
Please be seated. I'd like to offer my own welcome to the class of 2021 to your graduation. As president of Ohio University, and on behalf of our faculty and staff, I'm delighted to welcome you to this historic commencement ceremony. And I'm thrilled that we can be together today in our beautiful Patton Stadium. I am grateful that so many people are joining us online as well. and we have a wonderful crowd today. Thank you for being here. We are also honored to have with us today members of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, academic leaders, administrative officials, and representatives of our university senates. At this time, I'd also like to especially recognize Dr. Renee Middleton, who has served as Dean of the Patton College of Education and as a tenured professor of counselor education for the last 15 years. It is now stepping down in June. Thank you, Dean Middleton, for everything you've done for our students in our university. Let's give her a round of applause. We also have members of the outstanding faculty of Ohio University here with us. We have faculty who could be anywhere, but have chosen to make their careers here at Ohio University. On behalf of our graduates, I want to thank you for your creativity, passion, and dedication. You have prepared this next generation of thinkers, leaders, scholars, and innovators to succeed in your chosen fields. Finally, I'd like to recognize those among you who serve and protect our country. Some of you will be entering the armed forces as officers, an honor you have earned through completion of the Reserve Officers Training Corps program. Others have already served our nation. I'd like to take a moment now to recognize all of our military and veteran students, as well as cadets of ROTC, for their past and present and upcoming service to our country, and all of our veterans in the audience. Would you all please rise, and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you again for your service and sacrifice. And now to our graduates. First, let me say that it's great to see you today. When you chose to become a Bobcat, you had no idea what was in store for you. You had no way of knowing about how a global pandemic would change all of our lives. You couldn't have predicted how our classrooms would change. At the same time, you didn't foresee the strong friendships you would make or the life-changing experiences that were ahead of you. And you couldn't have envisioned the person you've grown to be today. I want to thank you for overcoming the great challenges and obstacles of this past year. Thank you for helping to keep our university community safe. Thank you for lifting up your fellow Bobcats and adding to our historic institution in your own unique ways. Whether you've lived on our Athens campus, studied at our regional campuses, or taking your classes online, each of you will forever be a part of our Ohio family. So today, as we honor your accomplishments, I want you to enjoy this day. Soak up this moment, bask in it, celebrate it. You deserve to be proud. You've worked so very hard to get here. And now, the education that you received at the Ohio University will prepare you for whatever lies ahead. Employers will always be looking for critical thinkers, great communicators, collaborators, problem solvers, leaders, and people who can adapt to change. You have learned and fine-tuned those skills here at Ohio University, and they will never fail you. So as you go out into the world, stand tall. You are Bobcats, and you are ready. It's now time for you to take your knowledge, wisdom, and new skills and use them for good. And remember, no matter how far you roam, Ohio University will always be your home. You are forever Ohio, and Ohio is forever you. It's now my great honor to introduce our commencement speaker, who's also a proud Bobcat. Leanne Ford is an American interior designer from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and a 2003 Ohio University graduate who earned a bachelor's degree in specialized studies. Leanne gained national attention for the 1907 schoolhouse that she turned into a home and restored and designed in her hometown. Featured in Country Living magazine, the house launched her career as an interior designer, leading to projects in Pennsylvania, New York, and Los Angeles. She's currently the star, along with her brother and contractor Steve Ford, of Home Again with the Fords on HGTV and previously Restored by the Fords. I'm very proud to introduce to you your 2021 Spring Commencement speaker, Leanne Ford.
Hello to my fellow Bobcats. To this day, I've never met a Bobcat I didn't like. OU attracts a special breed of magic. I actually made my own custom OU t-shirt in college, and it said, Ohio University, the 5-year summer camp. This school just seems to welcome people that are easy and warm and happy and smart and fun, and to be honest, it doesn't easily let them go. So congratulations to the class of 2021 for making it. What a day. Graduating from college is a huge deal, anytime, let alone at a time like this. And congratulations to everyone, the moms, the dads, the grandparents, the brothers, the sisters, the spouses, the roommates, the friends, the partners out there who supported these graduates. If your grad is anything like I was back then they don't say thank you enough. So everyone, let's do it together. A big thank you on 3 to the people who got you here today. Are you thinking about them? Can you see them? All right, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I'd also like to use this as the perfect opportunity to apologize to my many college roommates over the years for never, and I do mean never, doing my dishes. Everyone, sorry on 3. Just kidding. You know, I remember my graduation day. My mom and dad were all about that ceremony. They wanted a little pomp. They wanted a little circumstance, you know, but honestly, I was ready to get on with life. I showed up in my graduation cap and gown and my Adidas slide sandals. It was the 90s. And thanks to the laws of alphabetical order, I sat next to a buddy of mine from class who had pretty much no desire to be there. But in the middle of the ceremony, he randomly just threw up his hands. He goes, woo! I look over, I said, what? He said, hey, we graduated. Only in that second did I appreciate how special it was to be there. We could have been born any time, any place, in any circumstance, and here we were, the lucky ones, the Bobcats. And today you are the lucky ones. So the question is, now what? We thought we had been preparing for this moment our entire school life, and now here we are, and all we are thinking is, what in the world am I going to do now? Howard Thurman, the American author, philosopher, theologian, educator, and civil rights leader, summed it all up in one sentence. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. When you truly love what you do, your light will be contagious. When you truly love what you do, it's easy to be good at it. It's easy to get up and go to work. It's easy to spend your time and energy on it. That's why they call it a calling. So you got your degree, check. You've got your ideas, check. Now find yourself a career that sets your heart on fire. And let's be honest, you may change your mind. You may change careers. I sure did. You may have changed majors a few times. Sorry, parents. And here you are. In fact, the chances are greater than not that you will change. Me, all I wanted was to create in any form. I literally created my own major at OU just so I could create more. I took all the art, all the retail, advertising, PR, any of the tools I thought I'd need to make a living in a creative life. And then I remembered beelining to New York City to start my big and fancy career in fashion. And then realizing no one wanted to hire me, let alone pay me. So one evening on my little New York City stoop, I started telling a total stranger my dilemma. I told this elderly man that I was going to just quit fashion and, I don't know, get into medical sales or something that would make me some money. He looked me straight in the eyes and said, listen, you do not want to spend your life climbing the corporate ladder only to one day get to the top of it, look over, and say, shoot, wrong ladder. So don't follow the money. Again, I'm sorry, parents, but I say this because money is a short-term play. It won't necessarily keep you at your job. You just may have to start over eventually anyway. So be sure what you are doing is filling your soul while you try to fill your bank account. And yes, I continued to follow my dream of working in fashion, which meant I continued to sleep on an actual cat pillow on the floor of my Queens apartment. And being that I'm a dog person, that was not easy. All right, this one's important for now. Don't aim to be famous. Aim to be good. Aim to be good to people. Aim to be good at what you do, to be known for what you do. Keep your blinders on. Don't ever compare yourself to other people. From the outside, we tend to see others' success as this straight line, when in fact it's a big old messy bowl of spaghetti filled with knots and twists and failures, all getting us to where we are meant to be. Know that another person's success does not equal your failure. All boats rise together. Know that. We will all rise up together. Don't burn bridges. 20 years from now, when you are trying to work with or for someone you once knew, you will be glad you always led with kindness and integrity. Fail big, fail often, and keep going. Let me be the first one to tell you, you will fail. You will mess up, you will blow it. We all have, and we all do. I've been fired more than once, and one of those jobs, I wasn't even paid. I mean, that's pretty bad. But I used those experiences to learn from, to learn what I was good at, and to learn what I wasn't good at all. You can only move forward and create new things and push the limits of your life by failing. History is written by a bunch of failures. They just kept going until they weren't failing anymore. There's a rather strange story I once heard of this donkey, and for some reason I always go back to it. He had fallen in a well, and the farmers couldn't for the life of them figure out how to get this poor donkey out. They tried and they tried to no avail. So they basically just started burying it. I know, disturbing. But then, you know what happened? They started to throw dirt on him, and he would just shake it off and step right up on that new mound of dirt. And would you believe it, that donkey just strolled right out of that well, no doubt wondering who his real friends are. But it goes to show you, sometimes you just need to shake it off and step up. You know what else I failed at? I failed at getting my renter's deposit back, which I could probably blame on some very creative interior decorating and a can of spray paint and some Counting Crows lyrics. Again, it was the 90s. Don't take it personally. In your life and in your career, you will be judged. Take it as a compliment. I like to get out my big old who cares meter anytime I hear someone giving an opinion of any form. Do I know this person? Do they truly know me? Well then, who cares? What should we care about? We should care about how we can help. Care about who we can help. We should care about what we can do today, now, to improve our world. That's what we need to care about. And always prepare to pivot. Prepare to evolve. This year has taught us a lot. I call it a plot twist. But one of the most valuable lessons that you can take into your future is the ability to, as I like to say, make plans and adjust accordingly. And when you're in your first job and your second and your third, grab a broom. I say it quite literally because in my line of work, I'm in construction. There are some things to sweep. But the point is this, if you don't see a job that needs to be done, make one. Don't just sit there waiting for orders. Grab a broom. Start cleaning up. Look for ways to improve things, to make progress. Your employer will notice. The people around you will notice. And in life, as in work, I want to tell you 3 words that I hope remain forever in your brain. Know your worth. You are here on purpose. You are valuable. You are good and you are important. And what you give to the planet, no one else can. As you go into this world, be a beacon. Bring the light. Bring the hope. Bring the joy to all you meet. We don't know everyone's battles, so let's love each other through it all, despite it all, because of it all. Don't forget to ask others how you can help. In the same way, tell the world what you need. Don't be afraid to ask for help. The world wants to help. Your friends will know friends who know somebody who wants to hire someone like you. And so it goes. My career in interior design started because of friends telling their friends about me. And I owe them beers for life. When it was time to write the dedication to the book Work in Progress that I wrote with my big brother Steve, the list of who I wanted to thank was just too long and windy. So I wrote this down instead. There is no such thing as a self-made man or woman. We get to where we're going through the support of our communities, of the ones who helped us, let alone the ones who raised us, and the one who created us. We can never take credit for where we are today. We can only thank all the people who nudged us forward step by step. There's very rarely a massive leap. It's mainly a series of baby steps, and one day you look back and think, wow, how did I get this far? And you can see 1,000 beautiful and friendly faces smiling and waving at you, and a few not so friendly ones that helped you move forward just as much, if not more than the kind ones. Look around. Remember this moment, these people, this feeling, and know that it is just the beginning of your story. Life is a creative process, and you, my friends, are just getting started. And give yourself a little woo, because hey, you graduated. A huge congratulations to the Ohio University graduating class of 2021.
Let's give Leanne another round of applause for that great speech. Thank you. I'm Executive Vice President and Provost Elizabeth Sayers, and I have the distinct pleasure and privilege of now recognizing the outstanding faculty of Ohio University who have played a major role in helping today's graduating students reach this important milestone in their lives. Thank you, faculty, for your dedication to our students every year, but especially for your work this year. You have changed the ways that you teach and the ways that you advise. You have implemented new safety protocols for research and creative activity, and you have continued to excel, not just as imparters of knowledge, but by continuing to expand the limits of what is known. Thank you for caring so deeply about our students. Especially in the last year, you have served as a steadfast connection for students during this tumultuous time, and you have advised students, arranged co-curricular learning opportunities, and written letters of recommendation. You've helped first-year students thrive during their transition to college, whether in person or online, and you've helped seniors prepare for their next steps. Thank you for sharing your intellectual enthusiasm for your discipline. You've invited your students to actively participate alongside you in your research, your scholarship, and your creative activity, not just as learners, though they have learned much from your example, but also as producers of knowledge and creative works. Your contributions have created the transformative learning experience for the graduates we celebrate today. The time and energy you have invested in these graduates is visible to us all right now in their personal development and future success. So on behalf of the university, I thank you for all of your hard work and your dedication to teaching, research, and service. Your work is the very heart of the mission of Ohio University. Please join me in thanking our outstanding faculty. The class of 2021 is an incredible class. These students have received countless awards and honors for their academic work. They have contributed richly to our academic environment. They have done everything we have asked and then done even more. And in the spirit of all Bobcats, they have supported one another. They've made their voices known and made a lasting positive impact during their time at Ohio University. Today, you are recognized as graduates, and you are always and forever Ohio. And now to our graduates, before we award degrees, we have one more group to recognize. I know Leanne Ford asked you to say thank you, but it wasn't very loud, so we're gonna try it again. I know each of you has had special support in achieving your educational goals. So let's take a moment to stand and thank everyone in the audience and everyone who is watching online who has supported you during your academic journey. Graduates, now is the time you have been waiting for. It is time to confer degrees upon the class of 2021. Dr. Nellis, it is my privilege to present the candidates for degrees. These students have completed all of the requirements of their degree programs. Many of our students have distinguished themselves through their studies, and I would especially like to recognize those students who are graduating with honors. Would all of those students who are graduating cum laude please stand and be recognized? Now, would those who are graduating magna cum laude please stand and be recognized? And finally, would those who are graduating summa cum laude please stand and be recognized? It is now my great honor to present these students for the conferral of their degrees. Would all graduates please rise? Dr. Nellis, these students have completed all of the requirements of their associate's and bachelor's degree programs. I therefore have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
Thank you. I feel a lot of energy in this stadium with that wind. It's a reflection of the energy that you all have, right? On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees that your respective studies have merited with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, it's my honor to welcome you into the family of Ohio University alumni. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations! Please be seated. Our deans will now introduce the colleges here today. Graduates will remain at their seats but are asked to stand when your name is called. Thank you and congratulations again.
Good afternoon, graduates, family members, and friends. I'm Florence Blassman, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and I'm very honored to present to you today the newest graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences. Congratulations.
Grant Wayne Adams, Morgan Adams, Peyton Ahern, Aitam Mohammed Rashid Al-Rashdi, Safa Al-Salmi, Lindsay Alexandra Albright, Rawan Al-Busaidi, Michelle Majid Al-Dosari, Michael J. Aldridge, Leah Tamari Allen, Gabriela Alonzo, Anis Nasser Al-Yarim, Alexa Ray Anders, Valerie Marie Anderson, Jimmy Charles Andorka, Ariana Parveen Arapur, Isa Carolina Arantes, Miranda Jewel Archer, Jayla Nicole Arnold, Nicolette Georgiana Athens, Anthony Michael Batts, Chloe Zara Backdurf, Elizabeth Allison Bacon, Ethan Oliver Bailey, Connor James Baker, Delaney Baker, Daniar Baktibek, Nicholas Jeffrey Balzer, Lena Constance Bando, Emilia K. Barota. Doran Jeffrey Barrett. Xavier Zana Barrett. Xavier Zana Barrett. Corey Basinger. Olivia Catherine Baumgartel. Robert John Bechtel, Jr. Connor Douglas Beeman. Audrey Nicole Beam. Nathaniel Benedict. Abby Bentley. Connor David Berlsman. Adele Bergmeyer. Dominic Michael Bertke. Dana Alcacin Bickley. Austin Gabriel Bissell. Cale Anthony Bonner. Lucas Henry Bourgeois. Brandon Michael Bowers. Haley Bowes. Madison Christine Brammer. Trevor L. Bratton. Melissa Veronica Braun. Jalen Armand Braxton. Stephanie Lee Breeze. Chelsea Lynn Bridges. Samantha Ann Brodsky. Jamie L. Broker. Madeline Brown. Tyler Matthew Brown. Courtney Ann Brown. Jaleel Darren Rayshawn Brown. Joseph Brucker. Jonathan David Bruckman. Aaron Bryan. Ashley Carol Buchanan. Claire Helen Bucky. Cade Monroe Buckley. Rachel N. Bunton. Haley Nicole Burns. Nina Julianne Burris. Krista Grace Burton. Krista Grace Burton. Mark Thomas Byers. Chad Martin Cable. Colleen Rose Kane. Evan Philip Kane. Ryan Lewis Calabrese. Parker David Calhoun. Colton Ryan Campbell. Aidan Miranda Campbell. Caitlin Marie Campbell. Trenton Reed Campbell. Logan Charles Cannon. Dakota Kaplinger. Ariel Pennington Caradona. Paige Marie Carlisle. Jacob Martin Carlson. Caitlin Rose Carlson. Molly Colleen Carlson. Brandon Michael Carpenter. Logan Carr. Nicholas Carr. Ian Kinte Carter II. Madeline Corinne Case. Matthew Casey. Aaron Tyler Seha. James Mickey Cesario. Erica Nicole Cheney. Michaela Nicole Chapman. Lorian Rose Chavez. Farah Tarek Chidiak. James Francis Christie. Kennedy Elizabeth Christie. Miranda Rose Christie. Dawn Clark. Mackenzie Noel Clemens. Sarah Madeline Cliffel. Calvin Maxon Coffin. Cassie Ann Coleman. Peyton Renee Collins. Robin Lee Combs. Matthew Ryan Conaway. Caitlin Conley. Morgan McKenna Conn. Evan Connor. Lauren Avalon Connor. Lauren A. Conrad. Jack Spencer Conrath Sweeney. Jasmine Brianne Covarrubias. Taylor Brooke Cowman, Morgan Claire Coyne, Lauren Craig, Grant W. Crowley, Catherine Ann Kernut, Ben Daly, Kelsey Daniels, Nicholas Roundtree Dara, John Oren Doherty, Dominic Matthew Davido, Casey Ryan Davis, Lauren Mackenzie Davis, Skylar Yvonne Davis Owens, Elizabeth Dawkins, Elisa Ann Day, Tara Elizabeth DeCaro, Courtney DeJoy, Allison Claire Delozier, Emily Diane DeMoy, Alberta Dempsey, Carlo De Niro, Rocco Michael De Niro, Lisa Lynn Denny, Megan Elizabeth DeWalt, Brooke Jillian Dixon, Kirsten Elizabeth Dilger, Sarah Elizabeth Dillinger, Gabriel Vincent Dooley, Emma Durrell, Brady James Dotson, Sarah Kathleen Dowler, Natalie Clement Dupre, Janetta G. Edwards, Kira R. Ernsberger, Kira R. Ernsberger, Claire Ruby Elder, Mackenzie Marie Embry, Allison England, Morgan Carolina Erickson, Sydney Ray Irvin, Natalie Elizabeth Esseri, Anya Eshba, Nicole Danielle Estep, Sailor Elizabeth Evans, Laura Elizabeth Evans, Caitlin Elizabeth Ferry, Olivia Rose Farmer, Kimas Amar Halim Fazi, Grace Fabus, Katerina Ann Fedderson, Robert Carter Fee, Samuel David Feringer, Zachary Wayne Fekete, Elizabeth A. Fergus, Brandy Ferguson, Brittany Rose Filler, Justin Andrew Fink, Jace Anthony Fish, May Florian, Sierra Sky Flint, Molly McLaughlin Forey, Catherine May Foster, Morgan Marie Fouts, Terry Lynn Frame, Tanya Nicole Frankart, Preston Richard Frick, Michaela Frittinger, Jacob Anthony Fritz, Jessica Nicole Franzek, Tyler Lee Fife, Nicholas A. Gabrielson, Joanna Gail Gallagher, Emily Marie Gamble, Jarrett Keyshawn Gartenhire, Madeline Elaine Garrett, Grace Erin Garrity, Olivia Kathleen Gideon, Sophia Breen Geisler, Olivia Jamaro, Connor Anthony Gensel, Abigail Drew Gentry, Demetrius Antonio Guest Jr., Vera Giacomazzi, Trevor Ian Gialombardo, Courtney Alexis Gibson, Miranda Marie Gibson, Gina Jadero, David Giddens, Lydia Giesecke, Zach Gifford Boyer, Stoney W. Gillespie III. Nicole Elizabeth Gilliam. Spencer Morgan Gilliam. Samantha Catherine Glass. Gage Goki. Stephanie Danielle Godin. Alexander D. M. C. Onuwara. Claudia Juliette Gonzalez. Shauna Marie Gonzalez. Samantha Good. Hazel Joy Goodburn. Melissa Marie Goodnight. Maeve Patricia Gordon. Shelby Lynn Gorlock I. Olivia May Grable. Sydney Louise Grace. Timothy P. Grady. Hunter Addison Graffis. Summer Dawn Gregg. Kristen Charlene Graham. Madison Elaine Grana. Sierra Grant. Austin Hayes Gray. Austin M. Greenlee. Kayla Jane Greenwood. Isabel Julie Gregoric. Carly May Greiner. Nathaniel James Gribble. Ayana Razine Griggs. Daniela Adriana Grijalva. Juanina Zana Milagro Grimm. Maya Gronquist Pierce. Griffin Michael Grosh. Brian Joseph Gula II. Jake Jose Gutierrez. Madeline Marie Hale. Samantha Rose Hall. Taylor Hamilton. Tori Ann Marie Hanks. Alyssa Margaret Hapney. Emily Ray Hardesty. Troy Hardman. Hannah Marie Hardy. Ravi Kinu Harley. Cameron Danielle Harmon. Haley Marie Harper. Allie Harris. Tiffany Michelle Hart. Bailey Nicole Hartman. Nicholas Tyler Hayes. Emily Miranda Hayes. Abigail Nicole Hearn. Alexandra Lynn Hearn. Dylan Thomas Hedges. Jeremy M. Heglin. Michael Lewis Heiliger. Preston Ray Henderson. Jacob Hendrickson. Dylan James Henthorne. Emily C. Herberg. Olivia Hirschman. Nathaniel W. Hervey. Georgia Ann Hilliard. Nicholas Allen Hines.
Bryce Michael Hain.
Avery M. Hogue. Zachary N. Holbrook. Cassandra Grace Holtzberry. William Horschke. Natalie Ann Hosmer. Benjamin Joseph Houston. Gwyneth Elizabeth Howard. Sarah Hoy. Alyssa Victoria Hoying. Elizabeth Ann Hudak. Zachary D. Hull. Andy Hunt. Rihanna Lee Hunt. Shannon O'Hara Inskeep. Jalen Jackson. Kaylee Ann Jagger. Caroline Grace Yan. Alex Michelle James. Patrick Jansen. Madison Page Jeffrey. Sierra Marie Jenk. Sierra Marie Jenk. Mark Samuel Johns. Tara Beth Johnson. Aaron Mackenzie Johnson. Lauren Jones. Mackenzie Brooke Jones. Tanner Dean Jones. Kara Rose Jordan. Grace Lynn Judd. Brett Lawrence Kalfas. Shasta Renee Kamara. Amber L. M. Kamau. Ashley Kane. Ashley Kane. Camille Jeannie Caravas. Elijah Daniel Karkowski. Hunter Drake Kazmerzak. Brianna Kynard. Emily Ann Kelly. Sarah Danielle Kelly. Sarah Danielle Kelly. Brittany Kennedy. Austin Kent. Mason Kent. Andrew C. Kerr. McKenna Elise Kidd. Kane Christopher Kiyek. Jada Maria Kiner. Kersey King. Madison Marlene King. Jillian A. Kinsley. Caleb Michael Kirsch. Quinn J. Kissel. Hunter Klaus. Tristan Bradford Kilnabriel. Gwyneth Marie Cloney. Brady Michael Nip. Julia Ann Knowlton. Sydney Ann Marie Coker. Brianna Koenig. Mirakel Angela Kolbeck. Mirakel Angela Kolbeck. Nicholas Michael Kolibaba. Emily Francis Konjevich. Theodora Conowal. Alexander Daniel Coors. Mason William Coster. Andrew Peyton Robert Kostival. Harshil Niranjanbai Kotari. Kevin Kramer. Madeline Grace Kramer. Carrie Lynn Kraus. Emily Krauscher. JC Jolynn Kuhn. Kelsey Ann Correa. Olivia Kurtz. Kathleen Marie Kuznick. Julia Elizabeth Lacombe. Julia Elizabeth Lacombe. Erin Rose Lager. Parker Snyder Laird. Peyton Antoinette Lamb. Logan Alexander Lambert. Alyssa Faith Lanier. Rhea Michelle Lanier. Leah Marie Lauderbach. McKinley Ann Law. Austin B. Leach. Carlia Leach Pollard. Alyssa Nicole Leeton. Alexis Marie Ledantec Boswell. Sarah Gabrielle Leger. Tatiana Marie Lees. Sarah Elizabeth Lendon. Meredith Rose Lenner. Jacob John Lessner. Courtney Lewis. Maggie Lusader. Devin Lai. Jace Libman Phelps. Jonathan D. Licata. Dalton Robert Lilly. Kimberly Breon Lloyd. Kevin Moises Lockett. Abigail Elaine Logar. Maxwell Richard Logue. Olivia Catherine Logadice. Tessa Alessandra Lockey. Haley Renee Long. Trenton Christopher Longstaff. Caitlin Dawn Loveridge. Emmett Jeffrey Allen Lowe. Emily Christine Lundquist. David Joshua Lyon. Andrew Charles Lyons. Lily M. Lyons. Spencer Joseph Macheski. Marek Mack. Caitlin Madden. Eleni Manuselis. Kaylee Brooke Maples. Zachary Travis Marchat. Jacqueline Marquardt. Hannah Faith Martin. Ethan Jacob Marting. Marissa Mackenzie Martis. Madison K. Mathias. Hunter Hauser Matthews. Hannah Nicole May. Ashley Nicole May. Mackenzie Jade Maynard. Maya Jean Maynard. Hunter Green McAfee. Mia Rose McAllister. Trace McCarthy. Gwyneth Eve McCreary. Madison Shea McFadden. Claire McGee. Tyler James McGee. Monica Gabrielle McGough. McKenna Rose McGrath. Thomas Daniel McGraw. Todd Michael McHugh. Brian Andrew McKay. Macy McKeever. Caitlin Marie McKenzie. Marley McKind. Elise Nicole McKinney. Sophia Annalisa McLemore. Oliver McGremis McWilliams Cox. Tyler Lee Melcher. Mariah Lynn Melendez. Diane Lynn Merritt. Samantha Jo Metzger. Wesley Allen Michael. Sierra Nicole Mihu. Lilith Miles. Alexandra Miller. Betty Azoria Lynn Miller. Hannah K. Miller. Jacob Alec Miller. Blake Andrew Miller. Bailey Marie Miller. Kayla Miller. Miranda Grace Minor. Emily Misk. Melody R. Mitchell. Alexis Lynn Moeller. Meredith Ann Mollenhauer. Cassidy Paige Mollick. Anna L. Monarchino. Daniel Mondale. Michaela Ray Moody. Madison Susan Moon. Abigail Moore. Madeline Grace Moore. Ryan R. Lee Moore. Josh A. Morris. Alyssa Morrison. Austin Tanner Mott. Hannah Elizabeth Mundy. Spencer Murray. Leah K. Meyerholtz. Julia Marie Myers. Brandon Michael Neal. Christopher Peter Neild. Savannah Neely. Liana Jasmine Neff. Kaylin Nichols. Melissa Carey Nicholas. Mina Ngonowe NJ. Lauren Nicole Nogrady. Max E. Norvell. Gregory Norwood Yost. Alexandra Lee Nowak. Dylan Norris Nunn. Caleb Patrick O'Donnell. Malachi Sprague Olson. Kelly Dawn O'Meara. Maria Anusco. Haley A. Osborne. Erin Nicole O'Shaughnessy. Antoinette Marie Pack. Kirsten Marie Pack. Eldon Panigo, Jessica Partridge, Brooke Elizabeth Pasquale, Justin L. Pennell, Zachary Scott Perry, Joe Peters, Madeline Peters, Emma Caroline Petrick, Luke Donald Phelps, Cody Phillips, Nicholas Pickard, Daniel A. Pinto, Daniel A. Pinto, Robert James Plogger, Zachariah Gabriel Palinsky, Margaret Eileen Polk, Hannah Anise Posadel, Goran Postolsky, Noah David Powell, Nicholas Puller, Robert Pushuk, Morgan Elizabeth Radcliffe, Olivia Rain Ratcliffe Totty, Julia A. Ray, Caitlin Marie Rail, Teresa Angela Reardon, Madeline Jane Reed, Adam Thomas Reeder, Keegan Jackson Rangel, Harmony Christine Wren, Kate Marie Rayburn, Luke McCabe Ryman, Zachary Reynolds, Ashley Michelle Rodus, Emily Riffle, Reese Gregory Rising, Carly Jaiya Dempsey Roberts, Devra Roberts, Allie Nicole Robertson, Julia Marie Robertson, Emily Nicole Robertson, Courtney June Robinson, Caitlin Robinson, Emma Roderick,
Brody Scott Rogers,
Sydney Lauren Rodriguez, Aubrey Eileen Rose, Colton P. Ross, Claire Rothman, Sarah Ann Rowan, Emma Marisi Rubadoo, Blake Rudolph, Christopher Robin Russell, Allison Grace Russo, Alex Thomas Rutman, Neil Joseph Ryan, Ashley Elizabeth Safran, Samantha Sager, Miranda Joy Salvia, Jennifer Santa Catarina, Aurora Mauri Santiago Flores, Caroline Ann Saracena, Olivia Grace Sartorio, Grace Caitlin Savage, Daniel Robert Sawyer, Trevor Edward Schaefer, Kaylin Shafranik, Megan Rose Schenk, Carly Marie Schenker, Luke Matthew Schopner, Jamie Lynn Schrader, Erica Elizabeth Schrock, Austin Michael Shue, Holly Elizabeth Schultz, Rhiannon Emily Cilia, LaShondra Schofield, Sarah Nicole Seacrest, James Larry Seals III, Madison Bell Seaman, Christina Elise Seckel, Kaylee Maria Sekaraja Singham, Taylor Lee Sesney, Bailey Paul Shannon, Bailey Paul Shannon, Gavin Ross Shaw, Kendra Sheehan, Kyle Richard Shepard, Emily Jean Schonk, Alyssa Nicole Schull, Cameron James Seco, Miranda Kayleen Silcott, Jeremy Adam Simpson, Madison Lou Skeese, Lucretia Renee Slagle, Adara Smitty, Kaylee Rose Smith, Alexis Joe Smith, Angelica Maria Smith, Carter Anthony Smith, Elizabeth Veronica Smith, Lanina Smith, Nicholas Allen Snyder, Carmen Solit, Maggie Sonneson, Alicia Howard Spencer, Caitlin D. Spittler, Abigail Mary Spurgis, Sierra Marie Sribantit Mankol, Atala Sandra Stafford, Sarah Larissa Stanzi, Alan W. Steele, Ryan William Steer, Cole Jacob Stevenson, Gregory Thomas Sterenberg, Elliot Aubrey Stevens, Serena Stokes, John Andrew Stolar, Edward Zachariah Stolaj, Sophia Story, Molly Ann Stout, William M.J. Stranahan, Janelle Strom, Molly Catherine Sullivan, Tucker Vincent Sullivan, Brandon Terrell Swope, Marissa Talaganis, Caroline T. Riley Robert Tien, Clancy M. Thomas, Chelsea Marie Thompson, Anna Kathleen Timmerman, Haley Ashton Travis, Jacob Ray Trout, Jared Trout, Jenna Lane Teisinger, Isaiah Andreas Underwood, Caitlin Lorraine Urbaniak, Derek Joseph Urichich, Caroline Nicole Van Hook, Julia Louise Van Voris, Melanie Lynn Vanden Brandon, Dylan Edward Vanover, Kaylin Elizabeth Venzel, Desiree Villanueva, Morgan Selena Villegas, Paige Vincent, Nicholas Vismeg, Mark Avery Vorndron, Rebecca Lee Wagenknecht, Haley Lynn Wagner, Mary Margaret Wagner, Trey Bergen Wagner, Jessica M. Wagner, Brock Edward Vida, Michaela Walcott, James Darrell Wallace, Ryan Walsh, Sarah Ray Walsh, Audrey Walsh, Lindsay Taylor Walsh, Hannah Grace Walter, Emily Mason Velchin, Josie Waltman, Carrie Catherine Wanamaker, Carson Eric Ward, Leah Jane Warren, Anne-Marie Helen Wassler, Chelsea Pauline Watkins, Kyle Watkins, Kaylee Ann Wayne, Brandy Lane Weaver, Sarah Nicole Weekman, Brandon Matthew Wygand, Garrett Kelly Weininger, Elizabeth Ann Welch, Mackenzie Weller, Mackenzie L. Wells, Emily Welshans, Jake Wendling, Logan Annalisa Wayland, Jaron Wheelbarger, Tia Marie White, Travis John Whitecotton, Samantha Rose Wiesneth, Cameron Wilhelm, Stephanie Wilhelm, Colton Andrew Willard, Abigail Fern Wilhelm, Stacy Lee Williams, Davin Anthony Williams, Riley Ann Williams, Alexandria Morgan Williamson, Ashton Grace Wilson, Laura Marie Weimer, Lauren Wise, Paige Ellen Wisecarver, Bailey J. Wiseman, Riley Elizabeth Wogenstall, Jack Tyler Wolshire, Brianna Woody, Alexandra Kate Warlow, Benjamin Aaron Wartzman, Ruo Yi Xiao, Ziyao Yang, Sophia Yanko, Sadie Jane Young, Joseph D. Young, Anna Rose Zavoda, Abigail Chloe Zentbauer, Aaliyah Christine Ziegman.
Congratulations, graduates.
Good afternoon, graduates, family members, and friends of the Gladys W. and David H. Patton College of Education. My name is Dean Renee Middleton, and it's my great pleasure to introduce you to the newest graduates of our college. Congratulations to each of you.
Rachel Elizabeth Augusta, Elizabeth Ann Alabin, Jane Scott Anderson, Lauren Grace Anderson, Johanna Michelle Antonuccio, Megan Rose Arata, Emily Jean Arbaugh, Abby Ann Armentrout, Carissa Arsham, Hunter Markel Ayers, Emily Baker, Kaylee Bambule, Colton James Barnes, Mackenzie Jean Barr, Sydney Bassett, Randy Renee Bateman, Evie Rebecca Bates, Cassandra Janice Batiste, Courtney Bowerbach, Robert D. Beavers, Danielle Scarlett Beck, Hannah Becker, Hayden Noah Beckett, Elizabeth Louise Biter, Sarah Gabrielle Bellini, Samantha Bernstein, Kyle Thomas Bethel, Allison Lee Beal, Marissa Biles, Brandon James Bissell, Lucas Blankenship, Ashley Hope Blankenship, Abigail Rose Bollinger, Sydney Lene Bone, Suzanne Irene Bousquet, John Joseph Bowen Kunkler, Rachel Holly Braun, Joseph Brewster, Shelby Briggs, Mackenzie Brooke Brumfield, Chelsea Nicole Birch, Molly Michelle Burnside, Marcel Byers, Brody W. Camp, Noe Elizabeth Amalut Camp, Haley Elizabeth Campbell, Cassidy Lynn Cantrell, Stephanie Lauren Caro, Jacob William Edward Carpenter, Cameron Alexandra Carr, Ashton Renee Carver, Jenna Roslyn Kavanaugh, Brianna Ariel Sella, Alexis Brooke Chapman, Camille Manon Chernitsky, Kelsey Dawn Chimley, Kylie Soroli, Kevin Eugene Allen Clem, Olivia Jo Congrove, Parveen Kumar, Chloe Elizabeth Cooper, Gabriella Maria Coutinho, Aaron Madison Cox, Kristen Craig, Caroline Michelle Craig Bowden, Megan Crozier, Catherine Ann Kernut, Monica Noel Cusick, Elizabeth Catherine Cutler, Emily Rochelle Davis, Megan Nicole Davis, Tony Lee Davis, Abigail Dawson, Robert Gage Damut, Abigail L. DeCesare, Sophia Elizabeth Decker Paul, Kayla Marie DiUlo, Mia Dolce, Catherine Marie Dotson, Reese Alexander Dow, Elena Eileen Dragonette, Mary Catherine Eds, Morgan Elizabeth Edwards, Madeline Claire Agnozik, Madeline Claire Agnozik, Brooke Alexis Earhart, Marin Ray Iyinger, Mark Anthony Eldridge, Sailor Elizabeth Evans, Charity Ann Exline, Julia Fassbender, Tracy Featheroff, Kelsey May Fitz, Isaac Dale Floyd, Bailey Elizabeth Foreman, Emily Mia Formoso, Leslie Ann Fout, Caitlin Fox, Bryn Christian Frame, Emily Lane-Ann Francisco, Cheyenne Mackenzie Frank, Victoria P. Fraunfelter, Dylan Freeman, Preston W. Fuller, Troy M. Gallenstein, Abigail Taylor Galway, Matthew William Gardner, Gracie Gardner, Spencer James Janos, Torin David George, Hannah Magdalene Gerard, Madeline Marie Gibler, J.C. Gibson, Elise Giesege, Bailey Gilberg, Bryn Gleason, Mariha Ann Glenneman, Chance Ashley Gooley, Tegan Shay Gore, Brittany Lynn Gromley, Nicholas Ryan Hacker, Allison Marie Hagiri, Matthew Hall, Elizabeth Lillian Harkleroad, Wyatt Harris, Allie Harris, Kayla May Hartzler, Madison Hayden, Justin Calvin Haynes, Elizabeth Caroline Henry, Leslie Hilton, Haley Elizabeth Hobbs, Haley Elizabeth Hobbs, Lena Marion Margaret Hoff, Lindsay Ann Hauk, Carly Miranda Huff, Cameron Marie Howard, Abigail Lynn Hubbard, Roxanne Lauren Hunt, John Joseph Ivanich, Andrea Giacomini, Megan Janowitz, Annika Lee Jarvis, Grace Anna Jenkins, Jennifer Jolly, Gwyneth Jones, Jalen Elizabeth Jocelyn, Grace Angale Justice, Ryan Kading, Lauren Marie Carup, Hannah Michaela Kelly, Comfort Kessley, Catherine Eileen Kessler, Cameron Kindred, Caitlin Louise Kirkpatrick, McKenna Nicely, Nicholas William Kohler, Elizabeth Jane Kratzer, Carly Kreil, Haley Jean Lamb, Noah Van Landis, Carly Rose Lawson, Lauren Elizabeth Leake, Madison Nicole Legros, Kimberly Denise Lessman, Lindsay Marie Leverich, Jade Devon Leverich, Brittany Lewis, Whitney Lieberth, Jessica Claire Leakty, Caitlin Lee Lott, Grace Kiara Lowe, Ashley Nicole Loy, Jordan Christopher Lucas, Jayla Shaylin Mace, Peter J. Malloy, Hunter Reed Markins, Mark Connor Maroney, Emily Ann Marshall, Lindsay Marie McAdow, Rachel Marie McCabe, Jace Cooper McLean, Bessie McClary, Chloe Elisa McCoy, Madison Ann McCready, Leah McDonald, Matthew Dylan McFarland, Madison Lynn Meyer, Felicity Melendez, James Bernard Mary, Erica Jordan Mikes, Margaret Elizabeth Miller, Robert Capel Miller, Catherine Grace Miller, Logan Martin Mills, Delilah Monroe, Keely Moore, Madison Nicole Moran, Ryan Arlee Moore, Ariel Moss, Abigail Rose Marasco, Audrey Marie Mullen, Maeve Catherine Mullen, Sarah Gwen Murphy, Julia Diane Nace, Aaron Naples, Leah Gabrielle Now, Erica Rose Netterman, Rachel Marie Nelson, Patrick McGorry Oberlin, Lakin Cherie Okel, Ashlyn Rose Ohm, Lindsay Onesti, Zavin David Orr, Claire Ryan Owens, Julia Faye Pasnick, Stephen Ray Pack Jr., Jacqueline Parsley, Katie Lynn Patterson, Ian Elliott Peterson, Haley Elizabeth Pettit, Mary Catherine Payton, Luke Donald Phelps, Olivia Phelps,
Caroline Pierron,
Elena Pletcher, Hannah Anise Posadel, Amy Lynn Ragland, Allie Nicole Rayner, Alexandria Marie Raker, Carly Ann Ramsey, Lauren Rose Resitar, Mitchell Albin Rife, Summer R. Riley, Summer R. Riley, Carly Michelle Reinhardt, Allie Nicole Robertson, Demarius A. Rogers, Laura May Rogers, Bayon Michael Rogers, Sarah Elizabeth Roseberry, Emma G. Ross, Destiny Morgan Russell, Allison Grace Russo, Samuel Patrick Riles, Rachel Ryan, Kayla Sarka, Kristen Mackenzie Sarver, Madeline Ann Sayer, Isabel Odessa Schaefer, Caitlin Ann Schaefer, Jacob Davis Schoenberger, Mahala K. Schreiber, Robert Carl Scott, Erin Elizabeth Siegel, Bridget Silota Heng, Shania Dawn Seti, Shay Shelton, Rachel Marie Shoemaker, Hannah Shovlin, Leah Ann Shoemaker, Cassidy Alexis Simon, Aaron R. Simpson Sloan, David Daniel Sipes, Anna Marie Slater, Ariel Elizabeth Smith, Brandy Dawn Smith, Emily Jean Smith, Tina Smith, Sarah Elizabeth Snyder, Darian Rose Snyder, Kelsey Summer Samoji, Kerrigan Ray Sperry, Jacob Chris Spina, Lakin Taylor Spinks, Taylor Joyce Sprague, Diana Spazillo, Brooklyn M. Stage I, John Stamper, Krista Marie Steinke, Leanne Marie Stevens, Jessica Ann Stoneburner, Harris Stufel, Kaylin Colleen Sullivan, Hannah Jeanette Sullivan, Emily Sorowski, Caroline T., Jenna Nicole Tekovic, Naja Marie Thornton, Lily Joyce Throckmorton, Abigail Marie Triplett, Ashley Triplett, Michael Saronis, Zachary Brian Valerius, Hannah Elizabeth Verne, Tatiana Miche Vinson, Douglas A. Waite, Emily Grace Walder, Casey Marie Walsh, Cindy Wang, Brianna Lynn Ward, Gabrielle Leanne Warnock, Amber L. Watkins, Sydney Ann Watkins, Christopher Watts, Drew Weaver, Alexis Lynn Weaver, Paige Weaver, Katie Marie Weber, Conrad Alexander Welker, Kara Elizabeth Whitty, Nefertari Alicia Wiggins, Colt Michael Wiley, Cheyenne Nicole Williams, Benjamin Tayo Wilson, Cody Jordan Wise, Brianne Elizabeth Wafter, Sydney Faith Walgamuth, Kaylee Nicole Yarnell, Benjamin Jacob Young, Caitlin Ewan, Corinne Deborah Zaff, Annalise Joy Zink, Eliza Dorothy Zilk, Tyler A. Zust, Megan Ann Zwick.
Congratulations, graduates.
Hello, graduates, family members, and friends. I'm Dr. Mei Wei, Dean of Russ College of Engineering and Technology. I'm very proud to now present to you the newest graduates of the Russ College of Engineering and Technology. Congratulations.
Assam Fuad A. Abu Al-Khair, William Logan Adams, Nicholas Michael Advent, Matthew Garland Augusta, Abdul Malik Rashid Saeed Al-Jabri, Sultan Mohammed Jafar Saeed Al-Saifi, Noah Aldridge, Mishal Ahmad Al-Fawaz, Saif Al-Mazrui, Wijdan Al-Muteri, Abdul Rahman Abdullah D. Al-Shakra, Chloe Aquino, Ryan Matthew Arter, Brian Andrew Bailey, Hunter Troy Baker, Jared Baldridge, Andrew Jacob Barkus, Luke Michael Barnes, Clay West Barney, Jacob Batson, Chase R. Beardsley, Cassandra Ann Belloc, Wesley Jack Berry, Mitchell Charles Betts, Carolyn Bischoff, Tucker Robert Boggs, Mitchell R. Boink, Danielle Bonadillo, Jonathan Michael Bowman, Matthew W. Boyd, Connor Daniel Branch, Jackson J. Brangman, Wesley Samuel Brewer, William Blades Bryan, Liam T. Bushy, Nathaniel Scott Bull, Gabrielle Elaine Burris, Ryan Patrick Butler, Michaela Byrne, Jared Michael Candela, Jordan Dean Carroll, Zachary Cartwright, Madison Page Sercel, Evan James Churchillia, Joshua McGee Clark, Joel Edward Compston, Travis John Conaway, Evan Douglas Cook, Michael Allen Cooper, John James Corsella, Taylor Mackenzie Kottkamp, Scott Crawford, Jeremiah Creech, Kevin Michael Croissant, Michelle David Curry, James Seymour Cavelbar, Dante B. DeFelice, Jean Denard, Bailey DeRocha, Prachetas Abhijit Deshpande, Dante J. Debucci, Reagan Emily Deal, James Dalton Dilcher, Garrett Parker Dildine, J. D. Dillon, Robert Patrick Duff, Kyle Dunlap, Eleanor Marie Dirtle, Evan Ely, Emily Claire Ellis, Alex Engel, Christopher Paul Evans, George Evans III, David Fairzel, Lorenzo Fava, Cody Stephen Finley, Lorraine Fitzgerald, Connor Alex Fleming, Daniel Adam Folden, William Carver Fortcamp, Sam Folkart, Nate G. Fritz, Jacob Allen Fromeyer, Courtney Fallars, Treben Cole Funderburg, Nicholas Gaines, Christopher Gallagher, Joseph Anthony Gardner, Brandon Michael Garner, Joseph Giardino, Christian A. Giraldo, Nathan Andrew Good, Connor Patrick Graham, Theodore Anthony Greco, Mackenzie Elizabeth Green, Ryan Wesley Greenley, Garrett E. Gregorich, Grant William Guggenbiller, Evan Guilford, Luke Douglas Hamlin, Brett Matthew Hannon, Hallie Lane Harris, Joel Anthony Harrison, Mitchell Stephen Harwig, Mackenzie Renee Hatton, Isaiah Kenneth Hayes, Alana Mikkel Heiss, Parker James Hench, Liam Hendrickson, Seth James Heskett, Shelby Ann Hirschfelder, Charles Scott Holman, Joseph Harrington Holtum, Anne-Marie K. Hoppel, Nicholas Lee Hoptree, Vaughn Joseph Hauk, Luke M. Houseworth, Jenrui Hong, Colin Andrew Huffman, Kent Jackson Hummel, Lucas Wade Hunter, Hunter Hutchison, Philip J. Eiler, Khalifa Njabri, Daniel Alec Jacques, Christian Jensen, Alexander Patrick Johnson, Andrew D. Johnson, Mackenzie Michael Jones, Julia Marie Jones, Nathan Edwin Kaminsky, Wesley Dillon Carr, Paul Thomas Kelting, Rourke Sheehan Kendrick, Peyton Michael Kennedy, Brandon Kimberly, Nathaniel Pascal King Smith, Nathan Andrew Cloa, Isaac Charles Koroma, Jacqueline Marie Krim, Stephen Kumi, Michael Richard Langer, Garrett Lehman, Rachel Julianne Lemons, Levi J. Leslie, Maxwell Benjamin Long, Braden Allen Long, Cole S. Losansi, Cameron Lowe, Dylan Marr, Ethan R. Malenchek, Keaton Benjamin Manley, Samuel Marra, Jeremiah David Martin, Catherine Elise Martin, Matthew Lewis Martin, Thomas Matthias, Daniel Mauer, Alexis McCullough, Christian Parker McIntosh, Reed Meckley, Derek Brian Miola, Catherine Messner, Kevin Austin Milhone, Christopher William Miller, Quentin James Miller, Russell Brian Miller, Jr., Cale David Miller, Andrew Donald Moffett, Trevor James Moore, Abdulmajid Ahmed Mugarbal, John Patrick Mullen IV, Andrew Joseph Moreko, John Thomas Murray, Haley M. Myers, Timothy Napoli, Leonard Ray Neal III, James Tyler Neudecker, Lucas Nicely, Jacob Christopher O'Dea, Patrick William O'Donohoe, Corey Matthew Pyack, Jeffrey Parker, Thomas Michael Perkins, Trevor Michael Petty, Ryan Andrew Fobb, Ryan Phillips, Kayla J. Pina, Alex Robert Polachek, Dakota Joe Price, Landon Price, Patrick David James Price, Amanda Prisbaki, Kyle Douglas Purcell, Braden Nathaniel Putnam, Wade Randall, Matthew Rankin, Reagan Alyssa Richardson, Joseph Timothy Riesenberg, Clayton Ritchie, Brennan Luke Reiser, Brian Lewis Reiser, Dallas Reese Roberts, Tyler R. Rogers, John Michael Luis Rogers, Bradley Michael Rollison, Angsuma Sadie, Kirkland Saunders, Zachary Eric Schmitz, Brett Nathaniel Schultz, Joseph M. Schumacher, Archimedes Sagara Ibanez, Logan Senhauser, Claire Shaw, Christian Blair Sheeline, Alexa Kate Schust, Benjamin Schuster, Gabriel J. Slupsky, Dylan Matthew Smith, Wyatt Nathaniel Smith, Jungyang Song, Emma Christine Spinetto, Corey Matthew Sprouse, Jennifer Elizabeth Soroka, Michael Andrew Stauffer, Nathan Egan Stedman, David Brian Steebleton, Jacob Michael Steele, Jacob Michael Steele, Nathan Clifford Stogdill, Ethan Dane Stolt, Carter J. Strife, Matthew S. Strobel, Grace Evelyn Kate Stutler, Molly Swisher, Ryan James Tarr, Nathaniel Cole Thompson, Micah David Tobon, Andrew Tromer, Haley M. Vega, Logan Edward Veely, Peter James Verton, Jacob D. Waffen, Thomas Waldick, Chad Alexander Ward, Tyler Warner, Ross Foster Warren, Devontae E. Washington, Trevor Allen Washinsky, Derek A. Weber, Logan Christopher White, Jacob M. Whitehead, Tyler Jacob Williams, Matthew Harrison Wilson, Sarah Elizabeth Winstead, David C. Wisniewski, John Mark Wisniewski, John T. Wolfe, Nicholas James Wallenberg, Peyton Woltz, Andrew Chase Woods, Joseph Randolph Woods, James Edward Woosley, Erica Lynn Wright.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations once again to all of our graduates. I am very proud to now welcome you, the class of 2021, into our world-renowned family of alumni. As we conclude the Spring 2021 undergraduate commencement ceremony, I want to leave you with a quote from the back of the Alumni Gateway on our Athens campus. "So depart that daily thou mayest better serve thy fellow men, thy country, and thy God." It is with that charge that we bid you farewell and congratulate you on this most significant milestone. Congratulations.